Today's story is called My Fiancé Gave My Family's Heirloom Ring to His Sister. When my grandmother died, she left me a ring and a letter that said, "This is for your engagement one day. Only give it to a man who truly values you." Last month I opened my jewelry box and the ring was gone. I thought I'd been robbed. Then I saw a picture on Instagram, my fiancé's sister smiling at the camera, showing off my grandmother's ring on her hand with the caption, "When your brother is the only man who truly understands you, ring sparkles." My fiancé didn't just steal my heirloom ring. He gave it to his sister as an emotional support accessory because she was having a hard time. And according to his entire family, I was the one making a big deal out of nothing. This is the story of how I almost married a man who thought my engagement ring was a family prop, and how a small piece of jewelry exposed a massive lack of respect. As you listen, tell me in the comments, would you cancel the wedding over this or try to work it out? I'm a 29-year-old woman. My fiancé Tyler 31M, and I have been together for 5 years, engaged for 1. Long before I met Tyler, there was the ring. My grandmother had a simple but beautiful heirloom ring. A small diamond in a delicate gold setting, worn smooth from decades on her finger. She used to joke, "This ring has seen more history than your school textbooks." When she got sick, she called me to her bedroom one afternoon. She was thinner, but her eyes were still sharp. She pressed the ring into my hand and said, "This is for your engagement one day. Not your wedding, your engagement. I want it to be the ring that says, someone sees who you are and chooses you." I told her I didn't even have a boyfriend. She laughed. "Good. Then you're not tempted to waste it." She made me promise I would keep it in my possession. I would only let a man use it if I truly believed he respected me. If at any point I felt disrespected, I'd take it back. It felt dramatic at the time. Now I think she was psychic. I met Tyler at a mutual friend's game night. He was charming in that easy golden boy kind of way. Tall, athletic, loud laugh, knew how to tell a story without making it feel like bragging. He was also very close to his family, particularly his younger sister, Chloe, 27F. From the beginning, the dynamic was clear. Tyler was the fixer. Chloe was the fragile one. Stories I heard on repeat. Tyler lending her money in college. Tyler driving 3 hours at 2 a.m. to pick her up after a breakup. Tyler convincing their parents not to kick her out when she dropped out of grad school. On one of our first dates, he said, "My sister's been through a lot. I'm all she has, really." Later I found out a lot included a messy breakup, some anxiety and depression, a couple of jobs she quit because the vibes were off. I'm not minimizing mental health issues, I've had my own. But the pattern with Chloe seemed to be, everyone else adjusts, Chloe never does. Still, I liked that he cared about his family. I come from a small, tight-knit one myself. There was just one big difference. In my family, love didn't mean no boundaries. In his family, it absolutely did. When Tyler and I started talking about marriage, the ring came up naturally. We were on my couch. He had his head in my lap, absent-mindedly tracing circles on my knee. "So when I propose," he said, half joking, "what kind of ring do you want? Big rock? Tiny rock?" "No rock." I hesitated. Actually, my grandma left me a ring. She wanted it to be my engagement ring. He sat up. "Seriously?" I told him the story, showed him the ring. He whistled softly. "Wow, that's gorgeous. And kind of intimidating." Intimidating. It comes with a grandma promise. That's serious. I smiled. It comes with respect. That's all. He asked if he could hold it. He turned it over in his fingers, then looked at me. Are you sure you want me to use this? If we get engaged, yes, I said. That was always the plan. He handed it back. Then I'll make sure it's worthy of the story. About 6 months later, he proposed in a small park where we'd had one of our first dates. He got down on one knee, gave a sweet, nervous speech, and opened a small box. Inside was my grandmother's ring. I cried. He cried. Felt exactly right. For the first few months, I never took it off except to shower or sleep. It wasn't just an engagement ring. It was my connection to my grandmother, my family, my future. I never imagined I'd be taking it off for a very different reason. Chloe had always been a lot. She wasn't mean. She was actually very affectionate with me, as long as things were going her way. If she had a new boyfriend, she'd cancel plans last minute because he surprised me with tickets. But if I couldn't make brunch because of a work emergency, she'd sulk for days. Over the 5 years I'd known her, there had been at least 5 boyfriends. For job changes, 2. I'm moving to LA to start over phases, both of which ended back at her parents' house. Tyler always cleaned up after her messes, emotionally and sometimes financially. I tried not to judge. I figured she'd grow up eventually. Then she got engaged to a guy named Matt. Huge, elaborate proposal. Giant ring. Instagram explosion. Everyone was thrilled. For about 3 months. Then they broke up. The official story. He turned out to be controlling and emotionally abusive. I believe parts of that were true. I also think Chloe ignored every red flag until it became a bonfire. She moved back in with their parents, quit her job, and spiraled. The family's text chat turned into a 24/7 Chloe support hotline. She's not eating enough. She cried all night. She says no one will ever love her. Tyler was at their house constantly. At first, I felt sorry for her. Breakups suck, especially public, messy ones. But after 2 months of daily crisis updates, I started to feel something else. Resentment. Every time Tyler and I tried to plan anything, date night, registry shopping, cake tasting, something with Chloe would come up. He canceled to go check on her. When I said, "Can we please have one evening that's just about us?" he replied, "She's my sister. She needs me. You're my fiancé, you'll always be here." I didn't love the implication that I was permanent and she was fragile. But again, I tried to be understanding. I had no idea how far it would go. About 4 months before our planned wedding date, we were at brunch with Tyler's family. Chloe was in full sad girl mode. Oversized hoodie, messy bun, no makeup, which was very unlike her, poking at her food. Their mom was fussing over her nonstop. At one point, their mom glanced at my hand and said, "You know, it's such a shame Chloe has to see that ring right now." I blinked. "Excuse me." She smiled tightly. "Not that I don't love that you're engaged, dear. It's just, it must be hard for her to be reminded, you know? With everything she's going through." Chloe didn't say anything, but her eyes dropped to my ring and stayed there. I instinctively curled my fingers. "I'm sorry it hurts," I said slowly, "but I'm not going to stop wearing my engagement ring." Tyler jumped in quickly. "Mom, come on. Don't do that. It's not my fiancé's job to hide her happiness." Their mom held up her hands. "I'm just saying be sensitive. She's lost so much." Chloe whispered, "It's fine. I'm happy for them." She didn't sound happy. She sounded like someone at a funeral. On the drive home, I told Tyler that comment bothered me. He agreed. "She'll get over it. They'll both adjust. Ignore my mom." I tried. Fast forward a few weeks. Tyler was at work. I was home on a day off cleaning. I keep my ring in a small velvet box in my jewelry drawer when I'm doing deep cleaning. I don't like risking it around harsh chemicals or banging it against counters. That day, I'd taken it off and put it in the box. After cleaning the kitchen and bathroom, I went back to my room to get it. The box was still there. The ring was not. I froze. I emptied the drawer. Nothing. I checked every surface, every pocket, every corner of the apartment. Nothing. I told myself I must have moved it absent-mindedly, even though I never do that with the ring. I started shaking. I called Tyler. He didn't pick up. I texted me, "Hey, are you on break? I can't find my ring." Me like at all. "It's not in the box." 5 minutes later. "Tyler, breathe. I'm in a meeting. We'll look when I get home." I wanted to scream. "I've already looked." But I tried to calm down. I sat on the floor and cried, clutching the empty box. This wasn't just expensive jewelry. It was my grandmother. It was my promise. An hour later, my phone buzzed with a notification. Instagram. I wasn't prepared for what I saw. The post was from Chloe. A mirror selfie in her old bedroom at their parents' house. Her hair done, makeup on, wearing a nice outfit for the first time in weeks. She held up her hand in the classic ring pose. On her finger was my grandmother's ring. The caption, "When your brother is the only man who truly understands you," ring sparkles. Trying to believe in love again. My ears rang. I zoomed in. No doubt. It was my ring. Comments were already flooding in. "OMG, that ring is gorgeous. You deserve it, babe," smiling face with heart eyes. "Best brother ever. See, you'll find real love one day." Tyler had liked the post. I didn't think. I called him. He picked up whispering, "Hey, I told you I'm in a meeting. Did you give Chloe my ring?" Silence. "Tyler, did you give her my ring?" He sighed. "Okay, calm down." My voice went cold. "Do not tell me to calm down. Answer the question." "Yes, but just listen." I hung up. He burst through the apartment door 40 minutes later, slightly out of breath. "Why did you hang up on me?" he asked, as if that was the main offense. I held up my phone, Chloe's post still on the screen. "Why is my grandmother's ring on your sister's finger?" He ran a hand through his hair. "She's been in such a dark place. She keeps saying no one will ever want to marry her, that she's unlovable. So you decided to prove she's lovable by giving her my engagement ring?" "It's not like that." "It's exactly like that." He sat down like he was about to deliver a very reasonable explanation. "She had another breakdown yesterday. She was crying about the ring her ex took back, about feeling like garbage, like damaged goods. She kept saying how beautiful your ring is, how she'd never have something like that." I snapped. "Snapped? Or planned?" "I took your ring from the box and gave it to her," he said, eyes pleading. "I told her it was temporary, just to remind her she's worthy of love, that she'd give it back before our wedding." It made her smile for the first time in weeks. I stared at him. "You took a family heirloom that my grandmother left to me out of my jewelry box without asking, and gave it to someone else. And you didn't think to mention it until I saw it on Instagram." He flinched. "I was going to tell you tonight." "No, you were hoping I wouldn't notice." "Of course you'd notice, it's your ring. I knew you'd be upset before you understood why. There is no why that makes this okay." He sighed impatiently. "It's not like I took it to a pawn shop. It's still in the family. It's not her family heirloom. It's mine. It's our family now. You're about to marry into it. Not if this is how you treat me." He blinked. "You'd call off the wedding over a ring?" It's not about the ring, I said, voice shaking. It's about you taking something that isn't yours to give, to manage your sister's feelings, without any regard for mine. He threw up his hands. You're being dramatic. I didn't sleep that night. The next morning I texted Chloe. Hey, we need to talk. That ring you're wearing is mine. Grandma left it to me. I need it back. She didn't respond. Instead, I got a call from Tyler's mom. Sweetheart, I heard you're upset about the ring. Of course she had. I'm beyond upset, I said. It's my grandmother's ring. Tyler had no right. He was just trying to help his sister, she cut in. You know how fragile she is right now. It meant the world to her. It meant the world to me first. She sighed like I was being selfish. You're young. You'll have other rings, a whole jewelry box full. Chloe has lost so much. And I've lost my grandmother. That ring is the only physical thing I have from her. This isn't some accessory to pass around depending on who's sad that week. Silence. Then quietly. Do you really want to be the kind of wife who can't sacrifice a little comfort to help her sister-in-law heal? I almost laughed. It's not a little comfort. It's my engagement ring. She went into full martyr mode. I thought you were more understanding. Tyler has done so much for you too. Planning this wedding, working extra hours, trying to hold this family together. Hold this family together by yanking heirlooms out of my drawer, apparently. I cut her off. The ring is mine. I want it back. Today. She went cold. We'll see what Chloe is comfortable with. She hung up. We'll see what Chloe is comfortable with. Something snapped inside me. I told Tyler, I'm going to your parents' house. I'm getting the ring. Are you coming? He rubbed his temples. Can we please just give her a couple of weeks? She's clinging to that ring like a lifeline. We can get you something else in the meantime. My grandmother didn't write me a letter about something else. She wrote to me about this ring. I will not walk down the aisle with a replacement while your sister plays dress-up in my engagement. He muttered, You're blowing this way out of proportion. I grabbed my keys. If you won't back me up on something that's clearly wrong, at least do me the courtesy of staying out of my way. Driving to his parents' house, my hands were shaking so hard I had to pull over once. When I arrived, Chloe was in the living room scrolling her phone. The ring was still on her finger. She looked up, startled. Oh, hey. I didn't bother with small talk. I need my ring back. She clutched her hand to her chest instinctively. Tyler told me he said it was okay. He said you'd understand. He was wrong. That ring belonged to my grandmother. She left it to me. Not to us, not to you. To me. I want it back. Now. Her eyes filled with tears. You're really going to take it away? After everything I've been through. What you've been through doesn't give you the right to wear my engagement ring. She shook her head. You already have a fiancé. You already have your happy ending. This ring makes me feel like I might have one someday too. Why can't I just keep it for a while? Because it's not a therapy tool. It's my commitment symbol. And also because you posted it online as if Tyler proposed to you. She flushed. It was a metaphorical post. It looked like an engagement announcement. Their mom came in just then. What's going on? She asked, though we all knew she'd been listening. I repeated myself. She said, Chloe, honey, maybe just let her have it today. We can talk about alternatives. Chloe stared at me like I was ripping something out of her hand, not gently holding out mine. Finally, with a dramatic sigh, she slid the ring off and dropped it into my palm. Fine. Take it. But don't expect me at your wedding. That's your choice, I said quietly. I walked out before I could say something I'd regret. Back home, I held the ring for a long time. It didn't feel the same on my finger anymore. Felt contaminated. Not literally, but symbolically. Tyler came home later, icy silent. Mom told me you went over there like a storm, he said. I asked for my property back. Calmly. Chloe's been crying for an hour. Chloe cries when a barista spells her name wrong. That's not fair, he snapped. She's traumatized. First Matt, now this. She feels rejected and worthless. If she feels worthless without my ring, she needs a therapist, not my jewelry. He stared at me. Do you hear yourself? Where's your compassion? Where was your respect? I shot back. You went into my jewelry box without permission. You gave something precious to me to someone else. You let me think I'd lost it. And then when I found out, you tried to justify it instead of apologizing. He rubbed his face. I'm sorry I took it without telling you. Okay, there. I said it. I'm sorry. But I'm not sorry I helped my sister. I'd do anything for her. That last line landed like a punch. Anything? Including violating my trust? Lying to me? Undermining our engagement? You're acting like I cheated on you, he scoffed. You cheated my grandmother's memory, I said quietly. And you cheated me out of the choice to decide what happens to my own ring. We slept in separate rooms that night. We decided to try couples therapy before deciding anything about the wedding. In the first session, the therapist asked us each to describe the problem. I said, my fiancé took an heirloom ring that belonged to me and gave it to his sister without asking. When I got it back, he made me feel like I was selfish for wanting it. He said, my sister went through a traumatic breakup. She was suicidal. I wanted to help. I made a bad judgment call with the ring, but my fiancé is blowing it up like it means our entire relationship is a lie. The therapist asked him, why didn't you ask her first? He shrugged. She would have said no. So you decided for her, she said. Because I knew she'd initially react emotionally instead of seeing the bigger picture. The therapist turned to me. What did you need from him in that moment? For him to admit that he was wrong, I said. Not just poorly communicated. Not bad timing. Wrong. And for him to stop centering his sister's feelings over mine in our relationship. We did 4 sessions. Each time, Tyler would concede tiny bits. Okay, I can see how that hurt. Okay, I understand you value the ring differently. But then he'd always circle back to, still, I feel like she should be able to forgive this. It's not like I slept with someone. I realized he genuinely believed trust violations only counted if they were sexual. Financial betrayal? Emotional betrayal? Breaking promises to dead grandmothers? Apparently minor infractions. The real clarity came not in therapy, but at a family dinner a month later. His parents invited us over to reset. I nearly didn't go. At the table, conversation was strained but civil. Then his dad, trying to break the tension, said, well, at least the ring is back where it belongs, right? Chloe muttered, for now. I looked up. What does that mean? She shrugged. Nothing. Just, once you're married, things are more flexible, you know? Rings can move around. Tyler's mom laughed like it was a joke. Tyler didn't say anything. His silence was an answer. I put my fork down. Just so we're all clear, I said, voice steady. This ring will not be moving around. It is mine. It is not a shared family prop. If anyone here thinks otherwise, then I don't think I belong in this family. The room went quiet. Tyler's mom bristled. You're being very territorial about something that technically will be a family heirloom on our side as well. It will be a family heirloom when I decide to pass it down, I replied. Not before. And certainly not sideways to someone who's not my child. Tyler finally spoke. Babe, can we not do this right now? I turned to him. Then when? Because I need to know if in your mind this ring, and by extension my boundaries, are negotiable for your sister's feelings. He stared at his plate. My answer. That night, back at our apartment, I didn't yell. I simply said, I don't think we should get married. He looked up, startled, like he didn't think I'd ever actually go through with it. What? Because of this? After everything? Because of what it represents, I said. You keep saying it's just a ring. It's not. It's a test. And you keep failing it. That's cruel. What's cruel is knowing how much this ring means to me and treating it like a prop to soothe your sister. What's cruel is your whole family acting like I'm the crazy one for caring about my own property. What's cruel is not once in all of this choosing me over Chloe. He shook his head. You're asking me to abandon my sister. No. I'm asking you to stop using me as an emotional ATM for her. I'm asking you to keep your promises. I'm asking you to respect my boundaries. So that's it? 5 years together thrown away. I'm not the one who threw it, I said quietly. You did, when you picked being the hero in your sister's story over being a partner in mine. We called off the venue, returned the rentals, told our families. My parents were sad but supportive. His parents said I'd regret letting something so small ruin my life. I looked at the ring in my hand and thought, if this is small to you, we were never in the same marriage. It's been 6 months. I moved out of the apartment. Tyler kept it. I didn't want the memories. I put the ring in a safety deposit box at the bank. I visit it sometimes, not because I'm obsessed with jewelry, but because it's a reminder that my grandmother trusted me to protect myself. Chloe is, according to social media, dating someone new. Lots of soft launch photos, no ring in sight yet. Tyler reached out once, a long text. I'm sorry for how things went down. I still love you. I wish you had given us more time to heal instead of cutting and running. I wrote a reply I never sent. I gave you 5 years. I gave you my trust. I gave you my grandmother's ring. You gave it away. Instead, I just wrote, I hope you and your family find what you're looking for. I know what I'm looking for now, and it's not this. Then I blocked his number. Here's what this whole disaster taught me. People show you their values in the small things before they show you in the big ones. If someone thinks borrowing your heirloom without asking is no big deal, imagine how they'll treat your bank account, your time, your body, your kids. Family first can be beautiful, or it can be a weapon. Tyler used "she's my sister" as a get-out-of-responsibility card. His parents used "we're family now" to try to override my rights. You are allowed to be territorial about things that belong to you. Boundaries are not greed. Ownership is not selfishness. Saying no is not cruelty. An engagement ring is not just a decoration. It's a symbol of promises of respect, of how someone values you. If that symbol gets treated like a toy, believe the message. My grandmother told me, if you ever feel disrespected, take the ring back. So I did. And now I'm learning to trust myself. More than I ever trusted the idea of a perfect family I was supposed to marry into. So what do you think? Would you have broken off the engagement over this or tried to forgive it? Do you think Tyler was just clueless? Or was this a sign of deeper entitlement and favoritism? How would you have handled Chloe and his parents? Let me know in the comments whose side you're on. If you enjoyed this story and want more long, detailed Reddit-style relationship drama, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next story.